Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Local Government Transparency and Ethics. We have some guests in the audience. Senator Titus.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to introduce two pages today. I have Eric Sweeted and Simone Tonitz. They're both from Paxico.
Well, welcome to the committee. We only have one item on the agenda, and I expect this to go fairly fast. It's Senate Bill 396, reorganizing the Clearwater Cemetery District in Sedgwick County to remove Ohio Township. Can you just go over it real quick with us, Jason?
Madam Chair, members of the committee, Senate Bill 396 addresses just the Clearwater Cemetery District in Sedgwick County and directs the Board of Trustees that they are authorized to reorganize their cemetery district by adopting a new resolution of reorganization that would remove the Ohio Township from the district. It also would reorganize the Board of Trustees for the district so that of the three members of the district, one would be from the city of Clearwater and would be the mayor. One would be the township trustee of the Naneska, and I apologize for probably mispronouncing that again, township. And one member would be elected at large from the voters who reside in the cemetery district at the 2026 general election.
All right, thank you, Jason. And looking back at our testimony, we had two proponents, no opponents or neutrals, and I remember they worked really well together to have this legislation pulled together. But I do know of a possible amendment by the person who wanted the bill, so could you pass that out, Jason? If you could explain it to us, and then we'll have a motion.
Thank you.
Can you just go over that real quick, Jason?
Sure. Madam Chair, members of the committee, the balloon amendment addresses the issue of the time period from when the Board of Trustees adopts their reorganization resolution, which could be at any point after the bill takes effect on publication in the Kansas Register, and until that at-large member is then elected and takes office on January 1st of 2027. And so the balloon amendment directs that the Board of Trustees would, at the next meeting after the adoption of the reorganization resolution, they would elect their, among, just the Board of Trustees would elect that at-large member. And so it would be a temporary filling of that member on the board until the election can be held in November of 2026. And it also clarifies that the election is to be on a nonpartisan basis for that at-large member.
Senator Clates has a question. Jason?
No, I was just going to say I move the amendment and
Wonderful.
this.
You jumped ahead of me. So you have a motion from Senator Clay, second.
I can second, but I got a question.
Sorry. All right, so motion and a second. Randy, you got that? And all right, now we'll have discussion. So Senator Reichman.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. The word nonpartisan for the election, I thought all these were nonpartisan anyway, but that's not the case? That's the question, advisor.
Madam Chair, members of the committee, I think this just clarifies that it is definitely a nonpartisan race, and therefore their party affiliation would not be listed on the ballot next to their name.
May I follow up? Are they listed now there?
But this isn't an elected position currently. And so there is no, I think so because this is becoming a new elected position for the cemetery district in this particular jurisdiction, it's clarifying that it would be a nonpartisan race.
Okay, well, I would just didn't know how it went. I mean, if they already had it there or this was something new. That was kind of my question with it.
I think generally elections of this type are nonpartisan in general, but of course, with specific directions to elect a specific member to a jurisdiction, this just helps with the clarification.
Thank you, Jason. Senator Petty.
And I don't know that is that important, but Since this is to fill that gap until the election, could the person that is appointed by the board, would they, this in no way, there's nothing here that would negate that they could or could not run?
Madam Chair, no, they could still run for the November election, yes.
Thank you.
All right, I don't see any other questions. We had a motion and a second discussion, so now we'll vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion passes. I would be ready for a motion, so Senator Bowser.
I want to move that we just like put it on the consent agenda. I don't think this is something that's very controversial. No, you can't.
We amended it. That was my first thought, though, Senator Clay. So Senator Bowser.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'll just remind the committee that this was a problem that the locals came up with the solution to. All of the locals were in agreement here. This reduces the tax burden on those folks. And so for those reasons, Madam Chair, I move that we pass Senate Bill 396 favorably out of committee as amended.
So we have a motion. I seconded Senator Clifford. Discussion? All right. All those in favor? Oh, I'm so sorry, Senator Petty. I thought you were racing for the second.
It could be taken that way, too. I would say that I think this is a good example of, as the senator mentioned, that the parties involved worked on it, and I'd appreciate that it's specific and not global in action to other cemetery districts.
I totally agree. We all say ditto, I think. So, all right. Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion passes. So we'll send the bill to the floor. Senator Bowser, since you said that so nicely, would you like to carry this bill? All right, thank you. All right, I have no further business in front of the committee, so we're adjourned.